This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
Now, how am I feeling today? Not great. I still got it. And if I move the wrong way, I still get to shoot it. I cannot, once again, I still can't lean my head this way. I can turn it this way. I can lean it kind of forward and back. If I do too far forward, there it is. There's the pain right there. If I lean it too far back, there it is. There's the pain there right there. So I could go like a little bit of limited movement up and down to nod. And I could do some twisting. But I cannot lean my head to the right at all. If I do, it pinches the nerve. So it might take a long time. Like I said, it took me 2 months to recover from that serious neck pain that I had, 12 years ago. I very well might be in that situation again. I hope not. It is what it is. It sucks. It's just reality. And I got to deal with it. But I'm just trying to relay it to you that, number one, this happens as you get older. Get ready. Because as you get older, you're going to get all kinds of problems. If you're heavy, meaning you're overweight, you're going to have issues with your knees, your ankles, your back. If you just have problems with your joints, you're going to have things, arthritis, things like this. This sucks. And there's nothing you can really do about it once you have it. You're just stuck with it and you got to deal with it. So, I'm doing my best. I bought the pillow. Hopefully this is going to help, moving forward. And tonight, I have Call of Duty on the schedule. All right. So tonight I like to attempt to play it. I just don't know how it's going to go. I'm just being honest. Like, I want to play it tonight, but we got to see how my neck and back feels when I go to play it. I just don't know how it's going to work. I hope it works fine and I can play and we don't have a lot of problems, but it is a limitation of me and my body. It's not something that I caused. It's not really something that I can cure. It just sucks. It's an ongoing thing, right? And it's hilarious because people say stuff like, oh, there's a lot you can do. You can do healthy eating and exercise and therapy and massages and this and that. I love people who, number one, are know-it-alls and think that they know better than people who actually have the conditions. That's number one, the thing I think is funny as shit. People who sit on a stream and think that they know better than the person who's had the condition for over a decade. That's number one. Number two, I love people who say there's a lot you can do, and then they literally spew out a laundry list of shit that isn't stuff that you can realistically do. Eat healthy. I do eat healthy. I've dramatically improved my diet in the last 5 to 10 years. Everyone knows this because I had things like gout and stuff like that, and I need to adjust my diet to be healthier. Look at my weight now compared to what it used to be. I used to be 240 pounds. I'm 195 pounds now, and even losing more. So there you go. You say, exercise. Yeah, exercise, meaning just make sure that you have some basic stretchability, right? Nimbleness, and you're not all, sitting and not moving all day. I don't, I'm fine with that regard. I'm not in any situation where I'm like overweight and I'm decrepit and I'm anything like that, right? And then you say, well, therapy. No, therapy, no. What you could stretch. You could do things. Doesn't help when you do it in your sleep, all right? There's a difference between, oh, I have an unhealthy lifestyle and I just sit around, I'm overweight and I eat bad and I'm a big no load and I got bad heart conditions, I got freaking diabetes, and now my joints hurt and I'm hurting my neck. There's a difference between that and you're someone who literally has had chronic spine issues since the 20s. You know what I'm saying? I've had this for 20 years of my life, and it's not going away. It's just something that I have to learn how to mitigate and deal with. There's fantasy land, and then there's reality, and some people like to live in fantasy land and think that you can magically just make all health issues go away. That's not true. I am here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as a realist, I want you to understand something. It doesn't matter how much you exercise. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat. It doesn't matter how many stretches you do, how many doctor appointments you go to, how many injections you get, how many medications you take. You're going to have medical issues, and you better just learn to deal with them psychologically and physically, because if you don't, you're going to be a fucking bumbling mess, crybabying about it for the rest of your life, instead of learning how to just say, okay, I'll just deal with it and move on.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a fucking idiot.
All these things that these people say, oh, you could do this, you could do this. Or you could just live with it because you can't cure everything. You might want to believe that. You might want to think that life is rainbows and unicorns and everything is magically curable. It's not. I've had these conditions for over 20 years. I will have them for the rest of my life. I've come to terms with that. So I don't need to run to the fucking doctor every time that I accidentally pinch the nerve in my neck.
This guy is fucking stupid.
But maybe you do because you're a sissy and you think that some doctor is magically going to cure every problem you have. And you think that you have the crazy health solution to every problem. You don't. You're an idiot. If you sit on someone's stream and you're trying to be an armchair doctor, you're a moron.
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube, but